Hades, as in the underworld. This is a very good analogy for this person that was brought down. You see, Garibaldi de Rex, he was a leader of the Hades, which is a group that operates specifically for Cartel Jalisco. It's an operational group of theirs. And he was actually their direct head and was directly involved in the murder of four Mexican petroleum agents, also known as the State Run Petroleum Agency here, Pemex. Now, usually when you kill government officials like that, it's a fast way to bring down heat upon yourself. Now, there was a judicial authorization that was given over a cell phone that had been intervened, and some of the images that have been saved on the cell phone are actually what permitted authorities to see who one of the principal generators of violence in this area actually was. It was a confirmation, if you want to look at it like that, as far as physical confirmation, something they could actually look at, not just a rumor. And this is all happening in Hidalgo, Querétaro. Now, the police radars were looking at the municipality, Naucumpan, and this all happened by the National Anti-Kidnapping Squadron that located an object they had at a bar in the Plaza Garibaldi, and this is the state of Mexico. Now, right now, the circumstances right now are very interesting due to who this person was. This isn't just some low life anybody. This is someone very important inside the organization, and I feel this has directly to do with Operation Code Black. Of course it does. Now, this guy was detained actually leaving the parking lot of this famous plaza, and he was actually going under a different name, a false identity that was helping him navigate recently under the radar of the authorities. Now, one of the people who accompanied him actually revealed his real name on accident. So, he had this guy with him, and this person ended up giving him his real name. I bet he's not too happy with his buddy right now, if you want to call him that. See if they still are friends, if not, they're worst enemies. Now, right now, the Unidad de Inteligencia Financiera, the unity of financial intelligence, is headed by Santiago Nieto, and he's the one who actually confirmed in social media the actual arrest warrant of Rex, leader of this group previously mentioned, Hades. He has charges like homicide, organized crime, as well as gasoline theft, things, kidnapping as well. So, like I said, this guy's no small fish, and he's one of the principal generators of violence in the said area that I said, as well as the four Pemex agents, which is a big deal. The government tries to take care of their own, especially when it comes to agents of their gasoline companies. They're very highly protected. In fact, they're often escorted by units of the Marine Corps. So it was an ambush basically when they killed the people I previously mentioned, and there was actually a theft, a gasoline theft going on at that instant when the actual gas lines, they're hermetically sealed. So when there's a theft or a leak at some part of the gasoline line, it shows up exactly where, and they usually dispatch, of course, gasoline agents to see what's going on. Sometimes it's something as innocent as a leaky pipe, but usually it's someone stealing. So that's exactly what it was in this case. Now, when in Guanajuato, let's look at something. They've always been a very high point when it comes to gasoline theft. Originally, the Cartel Santa Rosa de Lima, for example, that's what allowed them to fight directly Mencho and Cartel Jalisco was their theft of gasoline. They weren't originally a drug trafficking group. They originally dedicated to the theft of gasoline. So in 2018, the actual theft of gasoline really went on the rise, as well did drug trafficking, laboratories of as amphetamine, as well as theft of automobiles and large ones, as in buses, things of that sort. Um, Especially in areas such as Huichapan, Nopala, Tecozualca, Zimapan, Tasquillo. Those are some of the few areas that really went up on the statistical radar. They just flew right up. Now, these are traditionally areas. When I say traditionally, I mean in the last decade or so. These are not high areas of violence. This is just recently in between groups like Cartel, Jalisco, and other groups that came into the area recently that brought a whole different type of business and a way of doing things that has a lot higher human death toll, especially upon civilians, which is very unfortunate. Um, they're the ones who deserve to least suffer. Those who are involved in it know they're involved in it. It's one thing, but the people who just go to work and live a normal life, provide for the family. It's a shame when they're not even able to come home, and they're just normal working class people trying to live life day by day, and unfortunately end up losing their life doing so. That's the state of the country we live in right now. Nuestra república está muy triste, desfortunadamente. So, right now, it's time of great instability when it comes to people who work in the gasoline industry in specific, because of the fact gasoline theft has become more profitable than drug sales in lots of places, which puts agents who work for the state-run petroleum agency at a very high risk. Now, there's lots of corruption in Pemex, which is the government petroleum agency, but there's lots of very honest people who work there, and it's a shame when they lose their life over something that's not even theirs. They're just it's their job to watch over these gasoline lines. They're not directly profiting a penny off it, but there are many people that are getting very rich off gasoline theft, and as well in general anything to do with gasoline. It's one of the bigger industries here in Mexico, and one of the more well-paying jobs as far as government-paying jobs go. So it's a shame that people just trying to make that legal living and get lucky enough to find a well-paying job like this end up paying with their life, uh, even if they're involved in absolutely nothing illegal, which is something I want to make crystal clear here. So please join if you haven't already joined. Please smash on that like button. Please leave a comment down below. Click on that little bell and let you guys know as soon as videos gets dropped. Um, I wish each one of you a superb day. Crazy world we live in, indeed. Indeed it is, my friends. So, adios, amigos. Hasta la próxima. Usted lo sabe.